FSS chapter 15, okay, on 11th of July. Now, inert gas system, the idea is to reduce it to 8%, less than 8% accepted. Companies want to reduce it less than 5% because इतना पैसा खर्चा किया ही है, थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा करो, but then you avoid the corrosion in the tanks which eat up the steel bulkheads, and in the end you end up with expensive repair jobs if you want to run ship longer period. Tankers have basically issues. If they are not protected properly, their life is only 10-12 years. So everybody wants to protect it better. So चलो और थोड़ा ऑक्सीजन कम करो, there will be no support for oxidation. Then inert gas must maintain positive pressure in the tank. The idea of positive pressure is in case there is any leak, it will be inert gas which will get leaked, but it will not still allow oxygen to enter the tank. Atmospheric air will carry oxygen inside. So even if there is leak, let it go from tank outside. Not outside pressure is going to put something in the tank. So there is a positive pressure. Then inert gas system, also the way it puts inert gas inside, it has got other things also along with it. It also allows you purging of tanks of inflammable vapors and mixture of inflammable vapors plus inert gas, because sometime or the other if you have to enter the tank you need oxygen. Inert gas is used, tank cleaning is done with crude oil washing. After that you wash with the seawater to remove all that residue or whatever is left over from oil residues. That is also washed, put in the slop tank. After that you are going to make entry. So that time you need to purge the tank with fresh air. So that is where that flammability diagram comes in, what we have done, and we have recorded it also. Now if you are going to get an inert gas system to supply, there will be always certain fluctuations, but by regulations it is made clear that plant capacity has to be 125% of the maximum rate of discharge. That means under no circumstances you shall run short of inert gas. Otherwise what will happen is some over enthusiasm, pumping is faster, inert gas is slow, so ये हवा खोल दे, थोड़ा हवा अंदर जाने दे. That should not happen. So from beginning it is 125% of the discharge capacity. Now how will you talk about discharge capacity? You don't talk in so many tons per hour, you say so many cubic meters per hour, because so same number of cubic meters multiplied by 1.25 is the plant capacity of inert gas, and it will supply you less than 5% of oxygen content. As usual, expected, if the system is made for certain use and it is going to have something, so construction material has to be corrosion resistant. Now here the issue is we use word corrosion resistant. It is same thing like your uh, fitness bands and other things. All of them are water resistant, not waterproof. So resistant means it is to up to reasonable limits it will survive. Reasonable limits which are worked out earlier. Because somebody can say yes, you can make it totally corrosion resistant, but then somebody say how much money are you going to spend? What will I do afterwards? Afterwards my ship will be gone, only pipes will be left. So it has got no meaning. So they work out life, and based on that the material is selected, tested in labs, thickness is selected to see how much erosion will be there over say 20 years life or 25 years of life, and that is how it is applied here. Now where do you get inert gas? It's a tricky question. Earlier when we used to use steam, we used lots of boilers. The boilers had big capacity because steam was running everything. You had boiler exhaust available. Now that was the first one. Then came Arey yaar, we don't use boilers anymore. We are using now different systems. Then okay, produce it. How do you gas generator? Burn the gas and produce exhaust gas. Heat is wasted but can't help it. कुछ ना कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. That is how the gas generators came in. Then came nitrogen generators because in last say 10-15 years technologies have improved lot. So nitrogen, which was not under so much of control, has come under control. So today we can have nitrogen generators. So that is the best because that's the most inert gas we know. It doesn't really have impact on most of the metals barring few. There are some metals which can burn in nitrogen anyway. Magnesium is one of them. So these three methods are there. You can combine them because finally your target is 125% of maximum rate of discharge. Now something more I will add up here. Number 4 has been recently the case which I heard from people coming back from sea. Inert gas is also supplied from shore. Okay, that means as you start pumping out, the inert gas keeps on coming from shore because ashore they also produce inert gas. So this is the newer one, so that you don't slow down your discharging because you will say, "Arey yaar, I can't cope up, so I slow down discharging." No. So to make sure that you don't slow down discharging, they provide you with inert gas. I don't know whether they charge or they give it free. Some places I heard yes, it is free. But again, the information is coming from cadets who may not be aware of if there is anything else more on higher level, that there is some charge. Or because again, what happens very often, the terminals are owned by the same oil companies, so it may be a free stuff. And if it is the case of like terminal is being owned by oil company, the reason oil company will say yes, we will give it free because it is cheaper to produce it ashore than burn fuel and produce it on board because they are paying for the fuel also. So उधर मैं इतना खर्चा करने के बदले इधर से कर लेगा, थोड़ा पैसा बच जाएगा. That's it. Now when you are giving the inert gas, you keep it under positive pressure, but it should not exceed the test pressure of cargo tank. Cargo tanks are tested for certain pressure. So if it is 1.5 atmosphere, you cannot have pressure going above that, then tanks will rupture. Then another thing is safety measures is automatic shutdown of the system and component is on predetermined limits. That means if your oxygen content, for example, exceeds 5%, it system will shut down itself. Like there are more things which are involved. If one component fails, system will shut down. You are not going to add even by accident any oxygen in the cargo tank. Shutout arrangements are provided on discharge of each generator. Now realize one thing, this system is quite a cumbersome system if you look at it. Inert gas is produced somewhere, it is washed, clean, then it is dried up and sent. So any one of the component fails, what will you do with the gas coming in? So the stoppages are on the generator itself. So generator stops, so there is no more supply. Everything gets blocked up. If oxygen limit exceeds 5%, inert gas will not go in the tank, it will get vented to the atmosphere. The system is made foolproof. So 5% is a stop. If it exceeds 5%, that side discharge shuts out and gas is released in the atmosphere. Now this is one part, understand. The system is a big system. It has got many components and it needs to stabilize before the steady thing starts. So arrangement is provided for system to stabilize, means all the parameters reach the green zones when you start. something will be in green, something will be in red. So that initial arrangement is provided, that internal circulation and all, so that everything reaches the green, then only you start the discharging. Before discharging, you plan it, and according to that time you start. You know system needs half an hour to stabilize. So when you come to the port, you are going to connect the hoses, everything. So you are allowed half an hour for that. So the system is already on and it is stabilizing. Once it is stabilized, you get a green signal, then only you start discharging. So you make sure there is no time loss. System has got many components, okay, many components. At least two non-return devices to prevent the cargo vapors to come back in the system, reverse process. To block that reverse process, you have got at least two non-return devices in series. So even if one fails, second one is going to block, and it is not going to allow inflammable gases to go to the generator where they may catch fire. The first device is Deckwater seal. Deckwater seal is actually like a U-tube, with water filled up. So gas goes through that and it cannot come back. This is the arrangement normally you will find in your drains, in your bathrooms and all, so that this bad smell doesn't come. That is one. Other one can be, and then there are many types: wet, semi-wet, dry types, double block bleed arrangements, and there is one more arrangement there. So two arrangements must be there. Now this venting valve in between, if they are automatic and all, and just remember, basically here you must remember at least two shut off valves in series and two non-return devices. Now the non-return devices can also be, some of them can be shut manually. It's possible. This is the second part. See this line. The second non-return device can be closed. So one is a Deckwater seal, that is with water. Other one is a sort of a valve which flows one way, another way if it comes it stops, and you can manually also lock it up. Now when we say water seal, you are going to supply some water there. Now suppose one pump fails, so there has to be two pumps, okay, and any one of them can supply enough water. So you don't have to operate both the pumps, you can operate only one. Then audible visual alarms, any alarm is audible visual for low level, because if it is low level then gas will start escaping. So there is a low level alarm telling you yes water level is low. Why? You start searching, अरे एक pump fail हो गया है, तो ठीक है, switch on another pump and get it to the normal level. Now we are going to use water on deck, okay. So the risk involved is water freezing. Water can freeze, correct? Cargo temperature, atmospheric temperature has dropped down, water will freeze. So there has to be protection against freezing, but at the same time you don't produce excessive heat to just keep it high. Within ambient temperature range it has to be there. So but heating arrangement is there. Looping arrangement is provided for supply, means it's supplied in a loop, so even if one side gets damaged or something, the second side can provide. Non-return devices are located on cargo area on deck. Now remember this system has got two components. One is a deck component, one is in machinery space type. So this part, these non-return devices are on deck, cargo areas. Inert gas lines. Okay. From non-return valves, they can be branched according to which tank it is going. Stop valves are there to isolate each tank. You can isolate each tank because sometimes what happens is, one, you keep it under pressure, then you supply it to other places. Don't allow internal exchange of gases either. Okay, that is the reason they all can be isolated. Valves have got locking arrangements. Why? Because there is always a risk with so many pipelines, so many valves, somebody may make a mistake. Without realizing, he will open the valve which is not supposed to be open. So there is a locking arrangement. This locking arrangement, you can walk by and you can see whether the valve is closed and locked or no. The locking arrangement can be seen with eyes. The operational status of valve, that is because one look and I can see the indicator, it is open or closed. And if it is locked, I can see it is locked with the key. Then there will be thermal variations, temperatures change. Now when you look at tank, you realize it is like on a VLCC, our all office building can go in one tank. Okay, the office building ne all our lecture places. So it's huge. Temperature variations can create a big problem. There can be vacuum because the temperature dropped and the air inside shrunk, or it is the other way around, it expanded and there is a higher pressure. So there is a arrangement for overpressure or vacuum when cargo tanks are isolated. So there is a system what we call PV valve and all, which maintains it. If there is a vacuum, then you have to start the generator and put the inert gas in the tank. Then pipeline design is design prevents accumulation of cargo or water in pipelines. That means there is a drainage system somewhere or the other, or there are drain traps. Traps are something where it will drain out only the liquid components. So because vapor can condense again, the cargo vapor, and condensation, if there is some sort of moisture there, it can condense and form the liquid. So accumulation of cargo or water in the pipeline is prevented by design itself. There are arrangements to drain out, and automatic drain out systems are also there. Arrangement is provided for external supply of inert gas. It is forward of non-return devices. Means you have got a system here, non-return 1, non-return 2, and then you will have external arrangement provided. That is what I was talking about. Lot of places they supply you inert gas. Okay, inert gas piping never passes through accommodation, service or control spaces. It is same thing like CO2. CO2 we allow it, but everything is welded. There are no flanges. Inert gas we don't allow it only. बाहर के बाहर ही रखो. Don't bring it inside accommodation, service spaces. Keep it outside. So whatever part of the machinery space is producing it, or outside machinery space, inert gas generator room, the pipelines stay outside. Pipelines do not enter accommodation. Now control panel will be there. Obviously lots of things are there, but as a duty officer you are monitoring control panel. Now remember one thing, on tankers you will be surprised, but lot of tankers officers are always in uniform because job is not dirty at all. You don't see oil, you don't see any dirt, they are always shining, no dust. Bulk carriers and all, you will see the dust and all because cargo is dusty. Not here. Everybody is in kadak uniform. They sit in control room, press either udhar, aisa karo, like that. So instrumentation panels, okay, will be there, which will indicate pressure, forward of non-return devices, oxygen content kitna hai, and so on. they are placed in cargo control room, as well as specially the pressure vacuum arrangement. When you say pressure, it also involves the plus and minus. Okay. Oxygen content is very important information. So that information is also supplied on navigation bridge and in many places in engine control room also. So that people are alert. There are more than one person monitoring it. Now audible visual alarms, they indicate what? Now this is a good question normally for 5 marks. Instead of asking you standard things, sometimes it's easy to ask these questions. What is oxygen content? Okay, less than 5%, but 5% and above you will get alarm. Failure of power supply, there will be alarm. If gas pressure is less, means low pressure alarm, because why do you need a low pressure alarm is, it's you need to supply inert gas. You may need 10 minutes, 15 minutes to start inert gas generator. That is the reason you need. If it is less than 100 millimeters water gauge, you will get alarm. Now I don't know 100 millimeters how it is, what should be the full atmospheric pressure, because atmospheric pressure also fluctuates, but 100 is definitely less, it is much above 100. High gas pressure, if gas pressure is high, it is going to lift up some release valves, but you know the warning, that means if there is excessive supply, maybe you can fine tune it and reduce it. Now failure of power supply to automatic control system. Now automatic control system is different than the standard power supply for every module. Automatic one is controlling something, so if there is any problem, then all automatic arrangement will go for toss. Alarms are placed in machinery space, cargo control room, and they have to be acknowledged by a responsible person, means a certified officer. You cannot be having one cadet sitting there and उसको बोला यार कुछ भी आएगा दबा देना button. No, not acceptable. It's a duty officer. Yes, cadet may be keeping watch there. Moment he gets alarm, his first job will be to call duty officer. Possible duty officer had just stepped out of control room for some reason, call of nature, whatever. But he has to acknowledge it, to know what is it. You can't leave it to a seaman or a cadet or anybody for that matter. Then now additionally, if something goes wrong, automatically cargo pumps will stop if there is a vacuum. That means you are unable to supply sufficient quantity of inert gas to the tank and you are discharging. So when the alarm comes, it will also trip off the pump, it will stop the pump, because if your pump continues running, alarm aaya, you acknowledge it, अरे कुछ करो, you may cause a bigger damage. So what you do is, you get alarm, normally the alarm will come and within next few seconds the pumps will stop on their own, because this alarm will also give a signal to stop the pump, and then you check everything and then you restart. Time loss, no problem, safety is more important. Now oxygen you have to measure. If you have to measure oxygen, okay, will you trust only one? No, at least two sensors and all. There are more sensors than two. Okay, two oxygen sensors are fitted in a space containing IG system. Gas, we know 5%. Those sensors are different. These two are like put in the room, in that compartment where you have got IG system. If the level falls below 19%, alarms will start, and the inside and outside both, because some people may be inside, and outside is also to warn that there is some leak of IG in that compartment. Because if that leak is there, that's why the oxygen content has fallen below 19%. Below 19% becomes harmful to health. So alarms will be inside and outside, and again they must be received by a responsible person, so the proper action is taken. As usual, manuals are provided for safe operation as well as for maintenance, because manufacturers have variations on their own. And never mind what happens, professionally you always follow manuals. It's not I work 25 years, I know everything, this is all bullshit. No, you follow whatever is given in manuals. If you find there is something which you think is not right, you can always contact, today in this world, you can always contact the manufacturers, discuss with their engineers, and if they think that yes, there is a mistake, they will give the correction. If they have got a good reason to tell you that why the technology is like this, yes, sure, learn something. Just because I say that no, I work so many years doesn't mean I'm aware of each and every change in technology. Okay, now it starts with the flue gas. So if you don't get it naturally from boiler, then you have got two fuel oil pumps fitted to inert gas generator, and everything is of course away from the cargo tank area. This is same thing. This inert gas generator, it's something like a CO2 room. Doesn't have direct access to accommodation, and it is everything is kept outside. This may be in machinery, but still it will be separated. Positive type of ventilation, that means always under pressure. There are automatic gas regulating valves, because what happens is as the supply demand changes with the cargo pumps, don't give uniform rate. It depends on what is the suction side pressure, what is discharge side pressure. So it fluctuates. To control that fluctuation, you have got automatic arrangements. To control the gas, because gas is linked with your pumping rate, supply of gas. So if the pumping rate is fluctuating, supply rate will also fluctuate. So it has to be balanced. So there are automatic arrangements which ensure that a steady pressure is maintained as the requirement. Next thing is, after your gas starts from flue generator, what is the next factor? It is cooling and scrubbing arrangement, because exhaust gas is dirty. It contains all sulfur, carbon deposits, whatever things are there. So next one is cooling and removing solids and sulfur products. So you wash it. It's like shower like washing arrangement. Of a big arrangement on deck. But what it does is it cools down the gas because there is water. Another one is that water absorbs, means not absorbs, I'll say it will settle the solids and sulfur in the bottom, means it will wash off from the gas. Now cooling water again supplied from two different sources. Filters are provided to minimize water being carried to blower, because then there are blowers, so there is a filter arrangement. What happens is exhaust gas comes here, I wash it off, then it is still wet, so there is a filter arrangement, it should not go in a wet condition next. So then there is a sort of drying arrangement there. There are dryers, so that the moisture, excessive moisture which is absorbed, is also removed, because when you washed it, the gas was hot, so there is a process. The water was at colder temperature, so water will release some vapor. That means you are increasing humidity of that parcel. So you reduce it again through the some sort of a filtration systems or dryers, what we call them, dryers. Then blowers. After that the gas has come. Okay, after washing the gas is available to go. Two blowers. 1, 2. Now then there are capacity, but the difference of like 33% is allowed, because what happens is you are ensuring that when you need it, you need all 125% is going. That is assume that we call it as our 100%. Then, suppose if one fails, the second one will allow. Then, suppose there is a vacuum and you don't need so much of gas, you can use the smaller blower and supply the limited gas what is required. So it is lot of balancing and thinking process, because you are spending fair amount of fuel, you are burning lot of money. Now, when the flue gas starts from the generator, there is a isolating valve provided from between boiler uptake and scrubbing unit, because the flue gas can also go through boil exhaust gas boiler. This is more to do with engineering and saving that extra fuel burnt to convert something into steam, because you need certain amount of steam to run the ship anyway for different reasons. And this valve, isolating valve, will also have open and shut indicators to tell you valve is shut or open from a distance. And precautions are taken to prevent leakage of flue gas. Now, flue gases are very hot. Remember, flue gas temperatures will be like 400 500 degrees Celsius. So, there is a lot of heat involved. And then there are chances of failure of materials because of that high temperature. So, it is another problem of engineering. Now, inert gas temperature on discharge side is continuously monitored. Like I told you, temperatures are very high. Then, usual audible visual alarms are provided. For what? Insufficient fuel supply. Then you will not get the temperature what is expected. It will be less. Why? Because you are burning less fuel. So, less heat is generated. Power supply failure to generator. Logical. Low water pressure to the scrubber. Scrubber is getting a full supply of water now, which is washing the flue gas. So, if there is a low pressure, means what happens is the gas is not getting washed properly. So, the alarm will come. If there is a low water flow, means lesser water is going there. So, we are not washing it properly. The minimum requirements must be followed. High level in scrubber unit. Suppose the drainage part is not working properly, water level will start climbing up. So, there is high level alarm which tells you the drainage is not going out properly. High gas temperature, excessive fuel is being burned, the temperature is higher than what it should be. Failure of IG blower, obviously failure of IG blower means it will stop everything, but IG blower fails, it tells you. Now it happens that both the blowers are running, one has failed. You will get alarm that this unit has failed. And yet the system continues, you may have to adjust little bit and system will continue. Low water level in water seal unit, that means sufficient water seal unit what we saw earlier. This is that something like a non-return arrangement. So if there is a low water, the gases can go in a reverse direction to prevent that. Now you also have got now nitrogen generator systems, which is a different technology altogether. So there are some additional ones. Compressors are there. So how many compressors? Okay, you must have at least 2 compressors. Fine. Feed air system, filters free water, particle traces of oil from compressed air. So when you are compressing air, the compressors have got oil. Remember I mentioned it to you earlier that the compressed air breathing apparatus, our compressors are different. They have got a filtration arrangement for oil. Why? Because their lubricating oil also gets mixed up with the air. So to remove that, there are special filters. So similarly here also you have got special filters. Now air compressor nitrogen generator may be in the machinery space because it is much lesser dangerous. You see, nitrogen one, you're using different technology, you're not burning fuel. Now see, when we burn fuel, normally our efficiency is low, heat recovery, it is always low. And if you can use a nitrogen generator, means you compress air, you liquefy it, and then you remove the oxygen and other, and then leave only nitrogen, it is different. Here it is more efficient, and plus it doesn't carry additional things like, nitrogen is nitrogen. You will have simple washing system to clean it, but not elaborate like what you have got there. Scrubber unit, and then there is moisture filters and so on. Now, ventilation system, if you are going to put anything, because these are all inert gases, so ventilation system capable of at least 6 changes per hour. 6 is a golden number. Cargo ships, roro spaces, 6 changes. Again, this one will never have, because it has got inert gas, it dealing with inert gas, no direct access to accommodation, service spaces, control stations. Then technology will soon reach, probably they will be supplied nitrogen in a liquid format. That is also possible. You will keep the tanks of nitrogen and fill it up in every port. Just a pipeline connected, it's pumped in. So all these things are possible, and the technology is constantly changing. But like nitrogen replacing inert gas. Then there are additional alarms for nitrogen generator, because now we are dealing with a fair amount of cold. Compressors and all come, heat will be there. These are heat exchangers. Temperature and pressure at the suction side of nitrogen generator. That is the additional alarm, because the suction side, are you getting, it's not blocked up. Failure of electric heat if fitted. Low feed air pressure from the compressor. High air pressure means high and low, simple. High condensate level at the automatic drain of water separator, because you are compressing things and then you want to remove elements, and again it what happens, they use different filtration system. This is my knowledge of nitrogen generators. I will also try to update it. Let me see if I can talk to some present tanker. There is one, so he should be able to tell me. He was waiting actually to join the ship to finish 50 years at sea, the guy because of whom I joined. So this is actually, we are closing here on our favorite chapter of inert gas system. It's a standard one because it is there for a long time. It started in, I think, around 76, 77. So you got about 24 years there, and 44 years inert gas systems are working. And I have never witnessed, because I am not basically a tanker. I have been on 2 tankers. That's kind of good, bad, I don't know. Good, I will say, because other ships you meet people, tankers you don't meet anyone. It's lonely. Any doubts? I have to ask this question religiously, and then you all have to answer religiously. No, sir. No? What is it? Any doubts? Prem Kumar sir has taken this. Atir.
Yes, sir.
Prem Kumar sir has taken this topic because it
कौन सा वाला?
ये inert gas.
हाँ सर.
He has also taken. So any
Yes,
doubts?
sir.
Any doubts now?
No, sir.
Because now you have learned from a captain and a chief engineer both. Most perfect
Yes, sir.
knowledge, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Because after all, we are away from sea life also for quite some time, and there are a lot of changes, new technologies keep on coming in. So any doubts? Again, one more time. No doubt. So we call it a day. And next week onwards, I don't want to see 30. तुम्हारा absent हो जाएगा. Your internal marks will get reduced. Internal marks will be finalized only after end of this month. So also tell your brothers and sisters from your class and neighboring class, don't fool around with attendance now, because those 10 marks out of 30 have to be decided. They have to be decided by. Acha Aman, last time also you did this and then there was a spike. Are you doing something? You learned
Yes,
some
sir.
trick?
Yes, sir.
Sir?
What trick you learned?
Sir, I'm trying to hack your computer.
No,
My lab.
that I know. But last time,
मेरे को छोड़ो सर, मेरी बात सुनो
no, no,
सर.
no. I last time I remember same thing happened, and a spike was sent, and I was using that time Edge. So I'm not sure whether it was you or some Chinese hackers doing it to disturb this American product Edge and the Zoom.
That I don't know, sir.
You are not sending any spikes, means you are not learned those tricks of the trade hacking.
No, sir. I'm just a beginner right now.
Okay, so you are not the one.
Yes.
Because you know, before you do all these things, you will have to learn how to get access through remote means by bouncing off from few servers. Otherwise, you will be
Yes.
caught
Yes, sir.
like sitting duck.
Yes, sir.
So hacking, the first thing you have to learn is how to create servers and how to go through various ones, bouncing off. So in the end, nobody can track you down. Okay.
Right, sir. You're absolutely right.
Okay, so no, what happened? No, it is good to know, do something mischief here and there without hurting somebody. It's fine. If you're not stealing money and all, it's okay. You know, but
So
you
that's
should be.
my actual plan.
That is your plan, stealing money.
Yes, sir.
Then you are in wrong place. You will have to get training. They simple training. They keep on calling people. अरे आपका credit card का ये due है, so आपको ये
हाँ
check.
सर वही करता हूँ मैं भी आजकल बैठ के.
But there also
सिम
you,
कार्ड चेंज कर देता हूँ.
yeah, but you will have to clean up your traces. So it is not
Yes,
something
sir.
straightforward. You will have
I
to.
clean my mess very well.
Huh?
I clean my mess very well.
But then I wouldn't have noticed your name.
Sir, right now I'm joking, huh? I'll be serious that you
नहीं
not even
नहीं,
know
ये
my
what
name.
happens is sometimes it is done out of innocence, but बकरा मत बन जा दूसरे का. Okay, चलो. I had to decline it because I'm not doing the remote control.
Bye, sir.
Bye. Okay.
Bye
Okay.
bye sir, thank you sir. Good
Bye
evening
bye.
sir.
चलो. Good
Bye.
night. Good weekend.
Thank you sir.
Bye.